Out right now, as hard as they can possibly go, and still keep the car under control.
One more time, one more lap, 101.
White flag is up. Final lap in Atlanta. Jimmie Johnson leading Mark Martin.
I think they're a little bit better this time, Jimmie Johnson, but still gained on him just a touch. But Johnson's got it. Unless he makes a big mistake in 3 and 4. Car can't go.
This could be 3 in a row for that 48 car.
Buddy, come on, bring it home. Bring it home. Jimmie, don't do any burnouts, buddy.
The emotions of the victory for Jimmie Johnson. He wins in Atlanta for Hendrick Motorsports.
That's good stuff.
And loving memory all the way.
Nothing.
In loving memory all the way, Jimmie Johnson with his 7th victory of the season after a terrible 7 days for the now Hendrick
The
Motorsports.
adrenaline comes down and the emotion hits.
And an emotional victory. You brought Rick Hendrick and Hendrick Motorsports back to victory lane with Jimmie Johnson behind the wheel, Chad.
This has been the hardest week of my life. Dealing with the loss that we had and trying to get back to the racetrack and do the jobs that we've got to do and do what it is that Mr. Hendrick loves the most, and that's racing. And for us to try to put all that stuff behind us and do what it is that we need to do was just, it was hard, but we did it for him, and we did it for the love of Rick and Linda and the rest of the Hendrick family and the Turners and Liz and Dick. I mean, just absolutely, it's absolutely amazing. Of course, God, it's just awesome.
Seems like it was meant to be.
That's the man that did it right there. It's just, I don't know if it was meant to be or not, but I guarantee you.
Contact the bump and run. New leader. The Blue Deuce
Here's
out
the
in
2,
front.
7 to go.
And
That's what I'm talking about.
that is boys have at it racing right there. There is nothing wrong with driving down in the corner, getting a guy a little bit out of shape. That's a classic Darrell Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt, whoever you want to say move. You just want to get
on, but Johnson reeling him in every lap.
and it's not.
It's coming. Here it is. It's gonna happen.
Johnson has won 4 times this year, including a week ago. 2 victories in 2010 for Busch. Repay, a little contact in the corner.
Same place.
You just do it.
And look here. Look at the 14 right here in the mirror. Just hoping these guys do it.
2 laps to go. They're side by side at the stripe. Into one. Jimmie Johnson the advantage.
But I tell you, Kurt's not giving an inch right here.
When this is really hard right there because Jimmie couldn't make the pass and slide up in front of him. Now he clears him.
New race leader, Jimmie Johnson out front with a lap and a half to go. Those are the top 3 cars.
Look at this 14 right here. Just digging on the inside.
Tony Stewart, who started deep in the field. He's making a late race rally. Battling Kurt Busch for second. White flag has gone out. Final lap at New Hampshire.
Ooh, Tony got a little loose. Look at him wash up the racetrack into the 22 right there.
Smoke off of turn 2, able to slide in front of Kurt Busch. He now has the runner-up spot. Jimmie Johnson pulling away. For the 52nd time in his career, he's going to try and claim the checkers, and he's going to do it back-to-back. A win last week at Sonoma. Today, he does it in the Granite State. Johnson wins.
Easy for me to say. Boy, the body is good at the south end of the speedway. Boy, that was impressive right there to hold Jimmie off. They stayed pretty even right here where he got the run the last time. They'll be coming to the white flag this time. He's going to hold him off, Larry. I think he can do it. But Johnson is good off turn 4, and if he can get alongside, and Labonte took grass to hold him off. Last time. He can't do it. I don't believe he can do it unless Bobby messes up. There he goes to the bottom. They're going to be side by side. You can't. Bobby's on the high side. You can't pass over there. There's no way. It's all over, boys. Was that the last best move made outside? Here he comes. Outside. Just like in Atlanta last March. He's not going to be able to do it. I don't think they're saying that. Here he comes. Jimmie Johnson. Boy, was that worth staying up late for, or what? A clean pass by Jimmie Johnson, looking just like Carl Edwards' move on Johnson at Atlanta. A very similarly shaped racetrack. You got to give an attaboy to Bobby Labonte. Man, what a job.
Good job, Randy. Good job, Jimmy. Good job, 48 crew.
And Darrell, the best thing about all that, they ran each other clean.
Yes, they did.
You can depend on Bobby Labonte. Look at Bobby's car. It still doesn't have a mark on it after 400 laps, 600 miles. Pretty good decision to put FedEx on that car tonight.
I'd say so.
They delivered. He wants the flag.
Misses it.
Whoa, here comes Jimmy. I think he'll follow Matt in here, but he's been so strong coming off the corner.
At Kenseth, he's not going to give the bottom up, though. Jimmie Johnson in the 48, he turns it to the bottom, coming to the white flag this time.
Clear low, white
If you don't give
flag.
up the bottom, you'll be okay, I think.
But Darrell's been turned 2. That's where the strength has been with this 48 car.
Kyle Busch poised to take advantage. It's a three-car race with a mile
outside.
to go.
He's looking outside. You better block him if you want to hold him off. Got a good run.
Kenseth pulls the block, going off into turn 3. Johnson goes to the high side. He's going to try to get that momentum.
Jimmie
Be a
Johnson
drag race.
won one last year
Be a
like
drag
this.
race.
Kenseth with the
He's
edge.
gonna
Here
make it.
comes Johnson.
Jimmy's got it.
Momentum
He's
outside.
He's got it. He's got it.
Johnson
48. Yeah.
wins the UAW Daimler Chrysler 400. He led one lap.
He got that run on the high side through 3 and 4.
I like it. I mean, it's an exciting finish. You got to like that.
Just the way Carl Edwards beat him at Atlanta last year, and just the way he came back later in the season and beat Carl Edwards on the outside on one of these mile-and-a-half tracks. Momentum.
I bet Matt would tell you right now, should have slid up in front of him and broke his momentum.
And there's the winning crew chief right there, Darian Grubb.
I like his record, Larry.
3 races, 2 wins, and a second place finish. Hendrick cars 1st, 3rd, and 5th. Jeff Gordon in the 24 finishes 5th.
Jimmie Johnson is the first driver to win here from the first 3 rows of the grid. He started 3rd today. 2nd straight Vegas victory. 3rd Chevy win here, all for Rick Hendrick.
Mike, you said he led 1 lap. He led about 25 yards.
Jimmie Johnson drops the net. He wants the flag.
Oh, that's the way to do it. That's old school. Give me the flag. Let me ride around here.
Off of turn 4. White flag is in the air at Indianapolis. 1 lap to go at the Brickyard. One of his idols, Rick Mears, won here 4 times. His teammate Jeff Gordon, 4-time winner here. Started the season by winning the Daytona 500 without his crew chief. Now trying to take his car and his team to victory lane at Indianapolis. And hold on to the championship standings, which he won't even think about for probably a day and a half.
What an unbelievable
Crash. Caution is out. Check that. Caution is not out yet. There's a crash on the backstretch.
Looks like Robbie Gordon and Greg Biffle got together.
Still the white flag is out. Johnson off of turn 4. Checkered flag is in the air. Jimmie Johnson from California wins at Indianapolis, and the caution is out. The race is over. There are 15 scoring loops around the track. They will determine the final positions. Jimmie Johnson has won.
Casey Kane.
hard into the wall.
I saw the 96 car of Tony Raines go by.
He's involved. There's Casey getting out. Denny Hamlin got a piece of it. His day's done. There's the DLP Chevy of Tony Raines. Okay, let's go back and see what we can find.
Never seen Robbie and Biffle side by side, and Robbie gets in the corner, car just won't turn, goes up in the 16 car, and around they go. This is game Tony Stewart.
Wow. Oh man, that is a hit.
Oh my gosh.
On board with Tony Raines.
Wow.
Oh, he ran over something.
It looked like the engine.
Wasn't that debris from the...
Yeah, but I mean, it was a big piece of debris.
Chevrolet congratulates Jimmie Johnson and the 48 Monte Carlo SS on another great Team Chevy victory. 25 of the last 34 NASCAR manufacturer championships and counting. Chevy, an American revolution. Matt?
Bill, just about everybody has congratulated crew chief Chad Canals. You've been here as a crew member.
Jimmie Johnson scoots away.
And Denny Hamlin in at 11 got a great run off turn 2. He takes the second spot away.
I think Tony may have had a little problem on that getting through the gears, Larry.
Stewart sits third. The battle right behind him. Kyle Busch settles in front of Truex. White flag, 1 to go.
Got enough gas to make it?
Oh, yeah, we're in good shape on gas.
He'll make it around, but will he get there first?
Oh, yeah, he's got a nice, he's got a comfortable lead. He's in good shape.
Jimmie Johnson sails off into turn 3. Hamlin is going to have to deal with Stewart for second. Hendrick Motorsports 200 Sprint Cup victory belongs to Jimmie Johnson in the Southern 500.
There you go, Mr. Rick. Got you one.
Denny Hamlin second, Tony Stewart third, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex the top 5.
Great job by Jimmie Johnson. And Rick, I know what a relief that is, buddy.
Now I can tell the story. For 16 races, 4 tractor trailers full of special souvenirs to celebrate this 200th victory have been traveling the country racetrack to racetrack unbeknownst to Rick Hendrick. Hendrick Motorsports employees have had to hide this from him for months so that tonight they could finally have this celebration. Jeff Hammond.
Rick Hendrick, it's been a long time coming, boss, but hey, everybody's come up and give you congratulations, but it's finally happened, and it's happened here in Darlington. 200 wins.
Man, you know, first of all, I just left a wedding with my best friend, Steve Lemontani, my doctor. Congratulations to him. I want to thank all the drivers and all of the crew chiefs and you and Darrell and Jeff Bodine and everybody else. I can't believe we won 200 of these things. I can't believe it took this long after 199. And I want to remember all those folks we lost and everybody that helped this thing happen. And Brad Paisley's in his bus on the way here. We're going to have a big party.
It's going to be a party for sure here tonight. But again, I never see you have much emotion on top of this box. I seen you walking up down pit road before the end. It looked like it was just like you had to get away. You had to walk off the tension.
I had to get away. I mean, I just couldn't. I was just. They said we were going to make it, but, you know, I don't believe them. You know, everything's happened backwards for us, but we've run so good this year and then had such bad luck. But I want to thank the fans for supporting us all these years. And I can't is a big deal for all of our people. Linda, I just left you, baby. I love you. I'm sorry you weren't here. But, man, I'm kind of numb, but I'm glad it's over. I think we're going to win a few more now, but just the Jimmy Lowe's, all our sponsors, people have been with us forever. I know I'm taking a long time, and I hope it's okay.
Hey, you can get 200 wins. It's okay, but go celebrate.
And we think about all the ones we lost, and I'm thinking about Chris tonight. And I want to tell him that when we put our hats on backwards for our guys, we're putting our hats.
One lap to go. Side by side for fourth. Truex fades to seventh. Menard's right there. Kane back there with him. 3-car breakaway, 3 wide into turn 3. Everybody wants the fourth spot, but Jimmie Johnson, the all-time winner at Dover, it's over. 10 wins for Johnson. Jimmie Johnson has now won 3 of the last 4 at Dover in capturing his 4th victory of 20.
Those have been the 2 best cars right there. Most of this race, they're just now showing it.
The bell lap, and the man who started up front leads it, Jeff Gordon.
But here comes the next 2 pair. These 2 cats right here, they may have timed it out too. Let's see what happens down the back.
Now they will get a draft off Mark Martin. And here's the slingshot to the outside.
Stay together. That's what they're saying. Stay together. Push, push, push. Going to get tight down here in turn 3.
Don't forget Jimmie Johnson and Dale Jr., 5th and 6th. They are there. Which group will they go with? And will it help the Childress cars, or will it help Jeff Gordon to victory lane?
All bets are off. They get to the middle of the tri-oval.
Watch out, down low.
Way down comes Johnson.
Good run.
He's got room. They're 3 wide. 3 by 3 to the line.
Johnson.
Maybe Jimmie Johnson.
I believe he got him by an inch.
2 1/1000ths of a second he beat Boyer.
Okay, a 1/16 of an inch.
Have you ever?
Oh, man. Oh, man. No, we have not. I have never seen anything like that. Watch this.
Jeff Gordon watching Boyer, seeing if he can beat Boyer. Left just enough room on the inside for Johnson and Earnhardt. Right there in the tri-oval, it's Boyer's race.
Yeah, it looks like Boyer's pulling ahead, but then all of a sudden they hit that wall of air. There comes that 48.
But Darrell, the start-finish line here is 1,000 feet further. And look how close it is, 4 wide at the wire.
That is just a beautiful thing right there. 2, 4, 6, 8 cars.
So close.
To the championship. Heading down the backstretch. The race well in hand for Jimmie Johnson. The race leader right in front of him there, the 99 of Carl Edwards. What a day for Edwards. He's going to come up on the white flag lap. There it is, just one
white
more
flag.
circuit.
One good lap.
Nothing any of these guys can do. That hammering you hear is the sound of the nail of the final coffin on the Chase contenders' hopes of upsetting Jimmie Johnson.
Got a lot of champagne. Half a lap, bud.
Carl Edwards is going to win the race, but coming through turns 3 and 4, the championship is going to go to Jimmie Johnson. And if you don't think he's going to be one of the greatest, think
You're
again.
looking at the 5-time champion.
You're looking at him.
Yeah! Woo! You guys are the best! Boy. Unbelievable! Yeah! Woo! Remember you promised to burn them tires off.
Coming back into the restart zone. Great restarts by both the 48 and the 22. Kyle
Kyle Larson drops back to second, but he fights back on the outside. Here comes the 4. Kevin Harvick racing that 22 hard.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Jimmie Johnson out front. They've passed the overtime line.
Half a lane higher.
Larson looking to the high side. This time
He wants
by.
more perfect lap.
White flag in the air. One more time around from Miami. Jimmie Johnson has never won at Homestead Miami Speedway, but he's never been in a position where he's had to win for a championship. Down the backstretch he goes. A half a lap away from the championship. Jimmie Johnson through 3 and 4. Make room. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. Jimmie Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup championship.
You are looking at 7-time champion, Sprint NASCAR champion, Jimmie Johnson. I don't even know what to say. Yes! Jimmie Johnson.
Who didn't get a good restart is that Kevin Harvick. He spun the tires when he went to 3rd gear.
Crash back straightaway. This will be the race.
The race is over.
Here they come. Around to the line, looking for the flag. 4 cars involved in the back. Johnson takes the white flag. Dale Jr., Kyle Busch. Caution is out. It's over in Atlanta.
Wow.
Jimmie Johnson will go to victory lane for the 76th time in his Sprint Cup career. Sunoco fueling victories.
A 5-time winner at Atlanta. A patented 48 win, a great stop on pit road, a great restart by you, but the gutsy call by Chad Knaus. That was the game winner.
Yeah, definitely a gutsy call and just such a great team effort. 4-car was awfully tough and it was going to take some strategy to get by him, and when he told me to whip it as hard as I could there, I just felt like I was going to take too much life out of the tires, but it worked. You know, I got rolling around the top and got it to work, got the slow Chevy to victory lane. So happy for Hendrick Motorsports and for everybody at Chevrolet.
So many magnificent milestones of your career, but today you reach another one. You tied Dale Earnhardt with 76 victories. What does that mean for you and for your career?
It is just, it's such an honor. With the chaos at the end and the crash and wondering about overtime and how it worked these days, I kind of lost sight of that. And I remembered on my victory lap coming down and had to come by and throw a 3 out the window to pay respect to the man. So there's a huge void in my career that I never had a chance to race with him. But at least I was able to tie his record there, and my little one wants some fireworks.
It's a special one here in Atlanta, and fireworks are coming.
But did they lay back too much?
Yeah, we saw that the last time, BP, so they're out of time. Hopefully it'll work for them this time. It looks like they got a little bit better run than the last restart, and they've got a lot more cars lined up behind them than the front 3.
The rookie Clint Boyer in the 07 behind Earnhardt. They're going to catch the front 3. Lap and a half to go.
Oh yeah, they've got a big run, especially Elliott Sadler. If he times this right, he can make a pass.
Everybody's lined up.
But they're lined up. Somebody's got to make a move. It's going to happen.
Off of turn 4. At the line this time, the white flag. 1 lap to go at Daytona.
It's Junior that's making the move. He didn't want to do it, he said, but he's going to the outside.
Got to. It's a Daytona 500.
He's got to try, at least try to win.
Meanwhile, Ryan Newman looked both sides of Johnson, nowhere to go, stays in line.
This is what Johnson wants to see in his mirror, though. He wants to see those guys behind him, side by side.
Casey Mears runs 3rd.
Junior's losing positions as he tries to get on the outside. Tony Stewart has moved into 5th, 6th.
Here goes Ryan Newman. He's going to try the high side. Which way will Mears go? Ho-hos this 12-car Ryan Newman.
Keep pedaling it, man. Keep pedaling.
That's
it. Clear by 4.
That's a crash behind him. Crash behind him. The caution is out. The race is over. Jimmie Johnson has won the Daytona 500.
You are my hero!
With his car owner watching here at the track and his crew chief watching at home, Jimmie Johnson wins his first Daytona 500 victory.
Got loose down there. Truex is going to take that spot away, and he's working on second.
Truex and Kane. That's for second behind Greg Biffle.
And Truex can see the leader directly in front of him, but does he have enough time?
Looking for his first ever Nextel Cup Series win. Last lap of the season. Jimmie Johnson in the 48 car, closing in on the championship. Biffle looking for the win. Truex trying to play spoiler up front.
Don't think Truex is going to have enough. Biffle got a really great restart. Too many car lengths.
Biffle going for 3 in a row. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Coming to the finish line. Greg Biffle goes 3 in a row at Homestead. And Jimmie Johnson is the 2006 NASCAR Nextel Cup Series champion. What a run for those boys. They were out of it early in the chase. 4 terrible races to begin the chase here in 2006. And all of a sudden, they came to life. There's Jeff Burton, who led the championship in the chase earlier in the season.
Thank you so much for everything. Our pleasure, bud. Our pleasure. Thank you for...
Johnson finished second at Charlotte, won at Martinsville. Second, and second the last 3 weeks. Teammate Brian Vickers went by. Teammate Kyle Busch. And here comes Jeff Gordon.
California kid versus the 7-time champion. Green flag.
Larson did not get the start that he wanted. He's going to have to work hard to get the outside of Jimmie Johnson here. Oh.
McMurray 3 wide.
Wow, he's sideways. Oh,
no.
Big
The
crash back straight away.
Crashed.
That'll be it.
Big wreck going into 3. I mean, look at them. They're wrecking everywhere.
I think they made it to the overtime line.
Now NASCAR will have to look at video to determine whether the leader was at the overtime line or not before the caution.
So many good cars. We're having great days here, all wadded up in the 3rd turn.
Allmendinger destroyed. Dillon against the turn 3 wall.
What a shame.
Jones comes down pit road, completely wrecked. Mayhem. Casey Kane.
Cars just wadded up. 77's crippled going down pit road here with the whole nose caved in.
All right, let's watch the leader, who is Jimmie Johnson.
See the stay drive flying up, but I think it might have affected the 42 car a little bit. I saw him wiggling a little bit there.
And there is the overtime line.
What do you think?
I think he's past it. Definitely. Wow.
So under caution, the race leaders will come around to the checkered flag. Cole Witt climbing out. We'll get a total of the cars involved for you. Ty Dillon was able to come across. And Jimmie Johnson will tie Cale Yarborough on Stock Car Racing's all-time win list. Johnson wins his 11th at Dover.
He's got a lot of fans here in Dover because they're all cheering for that.
I don't know that anybody saw that coming. I don't think they thought he was going to pull it off today, but he did. I really felt like things were going his way when he stayed out on that one time there in the caution. You know, got a lot of cars a lap down. It worked out. Look at Chad. Chad, I got this.
What I was a little surprised by Larson, I know he's already a little bit hesitant on this restart by being the leader, but he waited so late in the box, in the restart box to take off. I think that only added to his wheel spin.
So let's review. They waved the green flag for overtime. And the rule is if the leader gets to the overtime line, which is right at the R in Dover, on the back straightaway, directly opposite start finish there, he's past there, and we're still green, that's the race. The next flag, yellow or checker, ends the race.
Yeah, and that wreck was happening, but the caution really didn't come out until they were in turn 3. Watch Ty Dillon. He gets loose. Then a little bit of contact between he and his teammate Ryan Newman.
Hard contact, 77 and a 13 there.
And then it's on.
Yep, and he gets into the one. Is that McMurray down there?
Allmendinger, Bain. Bam. Jimmie Johnson.
Where is he?
He's in that big haze. Jimmie taking the checkered flag is today's Sunoco fueling victory. And look at some of the drivers that finished in the top 10.
Dominated the race. Now he can see the finish line. That's Busch in the outside lane, not making a move. Trouble behind him. Danica and others. Jimmie Johnson gets the win at Daytona.
Yes, she got turned right there.
That was a dominating performance by the 48.
To go off the restart, Matt Kenseth moves into the lead. Then 9 laps to go. Jimmie Johnson takes the lead from Matt Kenseth, and he goes on to win the Coca-Cola 600. In fact, he had to battle for the lead 10 different times, but started on the pole. Only the second time that someone has won this race from the pole. Kevin Harvick was the previous one to do it. Harvick came in.
The same as the last 3 laps. Jimmie Johnson into turn number 3. 2 tires down on the white line. Looking good through turn number 4.
Right on the bottom of the racetrack, off corner number 4. Here they come to the line, and in only the 13th start of his NASCAR Winston Cup Series career, Jimmie Johnson is going to victory lane in California.
Races before this final 10-race chase, Johnson finished 30th or worse. He's now less than a lap from the checkered flag tonight and a sweep of the season's races here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Last man to do it at this racetrack, Dale Earnhardt, 1986.
That last lap's a long lap.
So what is winning before friends and family meet? That was it. Jimmie Johnson wins the UAW GM Quality 500, 1.7 seconds over Jeff Gordon. Jimmie Johnson back with his momentum in his championship bid in 2004.
Jeff Gordon stopping, congratulating, and Ern Jr.'s running into him.
Help from Matt. Tony's pushing up.
20 car behind you.
Going to get tight here, guys. Going to get tight. Gordon's at the bottom in the 24. Not a lot of help down there.
Barrett in the 25, single file.
It's just tire smoke. They're beating and banging over there. They're rubbing everything they got. Bottoms, tops, sides.
Checkered flag, so you better get the gas on.
All Jimmie Johnson at 48 can do is protect the bottom. That's all he can hope for. Just remember, it's a long way down here to the finish line. Oh, yeah. Here it comes. Locke and Stewart, here they come.
Jimmie Johnson, Daytona 500 winner, holds off Tony Stewart and wins the Aaron. What a run. Wow. Stewart second. Says on the radio, he's giving me no choice.
And he isn't. Jimmie's doing everything he can to keep him back there. Jeff's going to have to move him if he wants to win this race. Don't wreck him, just move him.
It'll be the white flag when they come back to the line.
I believe if he's got anything for him, we'll see it off of turn 4.
Right, he can't get to him in turn 2, Darrell. White flag, but no surrender.
One more good one here, bud.
It's the last lap.
This is it. He's going to look under him there. Jimmie got a little bit off. He had to get out of the gas a little bit.
The head should be ready for it.
Here we go. He's going to move him.
Comes.
He's going to move him. He's going to move him.
Here comes Gordon. He's got the inside. They touch once, twice. Drag race. Jimmie Johnson.
Whoa, by a fender.
Gentleman Jim. He held him off. Nice job, Jimmie.
What a race.
For second place. to the inside in the final corners.
Jimmie Johnson.
It's going to be Keselowski finishing second behind his rival for the championship. Back-to-back wins for the 5-time champ. Jimmie Johnson scores in Texas.
So we're past the line. We're good.
Here they come. They are 3 wide in turn 3, but up front, Superman pulls away. The man of steel will score his 77th win. Jimmie Johnson to the flag. Last 5 races on 1.5 tracks. Jimmy's won every other one. Checkered flag. Jimmie Johnson wins Texas.
Great job, Jimmy. Really, really proud of you, man. Proud of you. Pit crew, good job today. Good job. Great job, pit crew. Ron, Malik, all you guys. Good job preparing that car. Everybody back home, actually. We had a really good race car off the truck. Thank you.
Sunoco fueling victories. And when he's
Jimmy running in 8th, while Denny Hamlin looks for a much-needed victory on his own. White flag is up, final lap. Remember, it was in the last race in 2010 when Denny lost the championship to Jimmie Johnson that a lot of folks thought broke his stride for the following year. Had a tough year in 2011. Now Denny's going to end 2013 if nothing goes wrong in this final half lap with a win that just might set him on his stride heading into 2014 after a tough year this year.
Yeah, very well could. What a great performance they've had here today.
Dominated the second half of the race along with Dale Jr., held him off at the end. Checkered flag, career win 23, Denny Hamlin, your winner at Homestead Miami Speedway. Matt Kenseth will finish second, and here he comes, champion for the 6th time, it's Jimmie Johnson.
2013 Chase Meet. Yes, yes, yes! Thank you, guys. What a race team. You guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my man. Thank you. What a spectacular job this season. Great season, everybody. Proud of everybody. Very proud. You better get a sip of that damn bottle you got in there because that's the last healthy liquid you're going to have for the rest of the night. I just can't even begin to thank you, Chad. Thank you, everybody on this race team, everybody at home and entering. You guys give me the best cars in the world to drive, and I so thank you for it. Really cool yellow smoke coming off the tires if you stay in the yellow.